Not all who wander are lost, but let's face it, especially in the Silmarillion, it is easy to get lost in the land of Tolkien. That is why I was so excited the first time I picked up the Tolkien classics from Easton Press, and I opened the front cover and there's not one map, but depending on what book you're reading, there are 3 different maps that follow you throughout the story that will help you ground yourself in the world of Arda laid out by Tolkien as you follow it from the Silmarillion to the Hobbit through the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now this first map takes us through the land of the Silmarillion. For a book full of unique names and ancient lands, I found this map very helpful in grounding me in the history of Arda. Now, fun fact about this book set, it's printed and bound right here in the United States, just like every other Easton Press title. Tennessee to be exact. And when you open it up, it's Smith sewn. So it can lay flat, you can really bend this book, lay flat, and you can have it open while you're referencing the map, reading the books, getting lost, not only in the book, but in the land of Middle-earth. That is not the same case with the old copy that we went over in the last video that you guys saw, where my binding is cracked and worn and it doesn't necessarily lay flat. It's a little bit more difficult if you want to have this type of reading experience. Now the second map brings us into the modern landscape of Middle-earth. This is the one we know and love from the movies and TV shows. Here we can follow Bilbo and the dwarves to the Lonely Mountain, or Frodo and the Fellowship to the gates of Mordor. Now on this map, about 2 1/4 inches equals about 300 miles. So when we zoom out and we think about how far they had to travel on foot, puts it into real perspective for getting 10,000 steps a day. Now once you've read through to the Return of the King, you get to our third and final map. Now the third map brings us some more detail to the end of the movie. There's some major battle scenes going on, so 2 inches equals about 60 miles in this case. It gives you some real perspective over the terrain and the distance that the riders of Rohan had to travel after they assembled in Dunharrow to go bail out Minas Tirith. Now the reading experience at this point has been second to none. I mean, it's an Easton Press book, so it feels good in your hand, it's easy to hold and read, looks awesome up on your shelf, and unlike the copies that I got 25 years ago, these ones are really built to last, so you'll have it a long time. You can pick up your 5-book set right here on eastonpress.com. It's something that you purchase once and you're going to enjoy it forever. Now the only way these 5-book set gets any better is if you include the Atlas of Middle-earth. It has more detailed maps, it has 3D cutaways of like key buildings. It's awesome, but the powers that be have not agreed to let me make a video about it yet. We have to see how these initial videos go. We're trying some stuff out. My name is John from Easton Press. Thanks for taking the time to watch these videos. I hope you pick up a set of the Tolkien classics from Easton Press. I know you're not going to regret it. Until next time, happy reading.